Good morning from the entrance of the Castle of Old Wick. Doing some walking along the Scottish coast this morning. 800 metres, nearly a kilometre to walk to get to the old ruins of a castle. Got to watch out for some dolphins as I'm walking up there. And also it says here, steep slopes leading to hidden cliff edge. Please take care and wear sensible footwear. Well, I've got my hiking shoes on and this looks like the pathway. So that's where I'm going to head. I think it's in that direction there. Good morning from Scotland. So in this video I'm hoping to cover the Castle of Old Wick. Wick itself, Wick is a town here in northern Scotland. As said, it is a beautiful, bright, clear day today. This is looking out into the North Sea, and this must be some of that cliff edge they were talking about on that sign. Across the flats of the rocks. That's the first sight of the castle from way down here. Military firing range, no access when red flags or lights are displayed. Wow. So it looks like we're now walking across a military firing zone. And luckily there are no red lights and no flags, so I think I'm safe to proceed. I've seen a few joggers out this morning. And oh, that's nice. Look at that down there. And this castle dates back, by the way, to the 1100s. So it's about 900 years old. And there is a castle very, very similar to this, built in the same way on Orkney. And it is thought that the same person is responsible for building both. I think it's called Cuby Ruse Castle on Orkney. Oh, there we go. I'm not quite there yet, actually. There is a ravine here, so I need to perhaps walk around there to access a closer view. Well, it looks like you can access the area closest to the castle through that gate. So that's what I'm going to do, follow this little footpath around. Pretty sudden and steep drop off there. Look at that, that's nice. You can see why the castle was built there. Definitely the best place to defend, right on the edge of the coast there, and also very well protected with steep cliffs on three sides of the castle. It looks like there is a footpath that you can continue following all the way along the coast, so that would be a nice one to do on a different day. But I'm at the entrance here and it says visitor information. If proceeding beyond this point, visitors are advised to exercise extreme caution and to keep well back from cliff edges. And you can see why, as I was just saying, there is a drop off on three sides of the castle here, and potentially a moat there in front of me. I'll have a look. But you can see here the Castle of Old Wick, and it says it was probably built in the 1160s. There you go, freeze frame that if you want to know more about the castle. Right, let's go and take a walk up there. In the 1100s, this area was ruled in the most part by the King of Norway, would you believe? And it was an earl, the Earl of Caithness, which is a county, it still is I believe, here in the northeast of Scotland, right at the top. And the Earl had this castle built. The Earl's name, if I turn around you get a better view of it now in the sunlight, the Earl's name was Harold Madadison, and he had this castle built for residential purposes, not military. It wasn't used to really defend anything, I guess, but it was used for him to live in. It used to be 4 stories high, and the living quarters, the private chambers, would be on the top floor. Most of the castle has since collapsed into the sea, but you can see there is still a good amount of the castle here and lots of sudden drops around. I'm not going to get too close, I don't think, but you can hear the sea down there crunching the rocks. Incredibly powerful. Okay, I've made it back to the car park. This is where I started the little walk. And so, I'm going to jump now in the duster and head into the town of Wick itself, which is only maybe 4 or 5 minutes drive away. I'm pretty much on the outskirts of Wick right here. Right, let's get on the road. I have made it to the town of Wick here in northern Scotland. That's the town itself. I was down here this morning at Wick Castle, somewhere around there, and I'm now on the high street. Turns out that Alexander Bain, the inventor of the electric clock and the electric printing telegraph, was born in a place called Wotton in 1810, which I'm guessing is pretty close by. A lot of shops empty and vacant in the high street. Not a good sign. This is a former Viking settlement, by the way, so it dates back a long way. Somewhat of a local celebrity, Alexander Bain, so much so that they named the local Wetherspoons Free House after him. Okay, let's explore a little bit more in the high street. The town has a population of about 7,000 people as of the 2011 census. Or one of the things it's famous for is having the River Wick running through it. So I'll take a look down there, but first of all I just want to have a little bit more of a look around up in the high street here. And the River Wick appears to split the town of Wick in half. Runs right through the middle, harbour over there, and some sea defences out there in the distance. I guess that's why the water's so calm here. And so far here in Scotland, I'll just tell you while I'm here, all the parking is completely free in all the towns and villages I've been to so far, so hopefully that continues. Save a bit more money as I make my way around the NC500. Wick is known for being one of the largest herring ports in the whole of Europe back in the 19th century, mid-19th century. So it is a big fishing town, and still is. Right there, that is Wick. Nice view of it. Bridge crossing the river, then the church spire in the middle and the old buildings. Really nice area. And just behind me, by the way, is a place that is in the Guinness Book of Records. Ebenezer Place. It's this tiny street here. Let's go and have a closer look if I don't get run over. It is the world's shortest street at just over 2 meters, just under 7 feet. And basically that is the street right there. And inside the building is a hotel, I believe. McKay's Hotel. And of course the number of that building is number 1. It's the only number in the whole street. Over at the other side of the road, just spotted some kind of memorial with lots of flowers, so let's go and see what that's about. Closer up, and it turns out that this is a war memorial to remember the victims of the First World War right there, and then below it is going to be remembrance of those that died in the Second World War. It makes reference to the Bird of Wick, so I'm guessing it is soldiers and maybe civilians that died during those two wars. And at the base are these incredible flowers and sort of more plaques there on the wall actually. Just heading down on a river walk. Looks nice. I think I'll walk along to the next bridge, cross it, and then I should be back to the car or thereabouts. And this is the second bridge. So the colours here are just incredible. There's a church over there, and Wick is downriver there, maybe about half a kilometre, not far. And it looks like there's more scenic walks as you head up the river there. Another great day that would be. Right, I am going to, where's the sun, head back to the car, and then I am heading to my final destination of Sinclair Gernigo Castle, a series of 2 castles built around about the 14th, 15th, 16th centuries, and it should be an interesting place to visit. Right, the car is in that direction.